And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I'm your host Ray. With me, as always, we have Fada.
It's gonna be a good episode.
We got Dion.
Oh boy. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh boy.
We got D Wolf.
Yo, what's good?
And last but not least, we got Crystal.
Hola.
How are we doing today?
It's. I'm amazed. I'm gonna just say that I'm amazed. People are interesting.
A little tired, but otherwise fine over here.
That's good to hear. Hey, yo, Fada, have you gotten, has Akira gotten better with you or is she still frustrating?
Ray, let me tell you something. I want you to imagine, right? I want you to imagine you're playing a video game, and the video game is fun, and the video game, fulfills you. Like you like it, but then there's one problem: you're just a little bit short every single time. Just a little bit short.
What game are y'all talking about?
Street Fighter 5.
It's like you know what that character
all
is
from first strike to that too.
Yeah, but no, you know what that character is? That character is edging the character. You're almost there, but not quite. Every time.
That sounds dirty.
That's because you're disgusting.
You are a disgusting individual.
You said it, not me. Anyway.
It's your mind, not mine.
I'm nasty and I have no shame about being nasty. It's part of my charm.
That's what you call it.
Oh man. I don't You reminded me of season 1 Ryu when I was telling everybody he was bad and then people was just like get good. And then my man Sanford Kelly was talking about how bad Ryu was. Now everybody gets on the train. And I'm like, fuck all y'all.
No, I have to disagree a little bit because he was not bad in season 1. In season 1, that man did 500 damage combos. He was not bad.
You was right about that. And then
it was just season 2 and season 3. That's when the weaknesses.
That's why I'm a gal player. Okay, let's get on with this show. I wanted to start off with something I think is kind of funny, but kind of sad at the same time. OnlyFans is giving all the adult content about 2 months before they clean up their sites. Now, there was rumors about it, and I don't know if we talked about it before, but now it's kind of really official that they're really going to take away adult content. And let's be real, adult content is the reason why their site got to where it is in the first place. So I asked the panel, how do you feel about OnlyFans trying to clean up their website?
It's kind of sad, low key. Because people really did make a livelihood off that shit. So it is kind of sad, but at the same time, there's other platforms. The money can never stop when it comes to that type of work. So I don't think it's going to set them back that much, but people going to run with this. They're going to make it seem like, now you got to get a regular job. And I'm like, yeah. They still making money whether you like it or not. That's my thing.
Hey. All I'm going to say about that is this. Prostitution is the world's oldest profession. Regardless of the form. Them hoes going to find a way. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Yo, Dion, do you think prostitution should be legal then?
I mean... in some places it already is, but
do you really want to go all the way to Vegas? Do you really want to go all the way to Vegas to pay for punani?
I mean, you're talking to someone who pays for pussy ain't my style. But I guess. I mean, in essence, we already pay for sex through the time and effort we put in to deal with a motherfucker, and that's both men and women. So it's like, why not just make it a cash transaction and legalize the shit?
Because taxes.
Exactly.
Well,
Taxes.
I mean, the government pimps us all any fucking way. Who gives a shit? Like, again, through taxes, the government basically pimps all of us. Whatever money we make at our job, the government gets a fucking cut, right?
And
That's how pimping works.
And that's how people sell crack. So they have to give it to the government.
And also the United States tax system is way too complicated for anyone to deal with in the first place. So they might as well just keep it the way it is. It's not gonna fix anything.
Taxation and stuff. It's supposed to be temporary anyway. It's supposed to be
taxation is another form of pimping.
Yeah, it's supposed to be temporary for like wars and shit. Anytime we get into a skirmish with somebody, that's when they start taxing people. And then after everything's paid off and shit like that, you're supposed to stop. But somebody decided to make it permanent. So here we are now.
Somebody also decided to remove the dollar from the gold standard, but that's another topic.
Where's all that gold though? Fort Knox, where's all that gold?
Right.
Questions nobody wants to answer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, to answer your question, I think it should be legal. I just don't think it should be encouraged, but it should be legal because, but
if you saying goes is the oldest. Encourage it. So
say again.
If you legalize it, you're going to encourage it. So
not really. In the sense that they won't have to worry about getting caught doing it or feeling a certain way. If you see a woman doing it, if it's legal and you see a woman do it, you'll probably guess that it's just to pay the bills or something, or to provide for the family. Normally, when you hear the story, that's usually how it is anyway, unless that's what they're about. So I think they should just be left alone, man. Let them. I never understood the whole illegal prostitution thing anyway. I understand where you don't want everybody having sex willy-nilly, whatever, but we're all adults and it's money. It's just capitalism, right? Isn't that what this country's about? Should be applied here with no problems. What's the big deal? If you're not down with it, don't buy one.
To simplify it for real, it's our money and our bodies.
Exactly. So it's silly. And yeah, they have these. Oh man, I was dying because somebody had tweeted, they said, some dude was like, poor e-thoughts. And I started dying. He said e-thoughts, yo.
Now, I do want to
they're devastated, yo. I'm seeing all the cosplayers I follow. They're all like devastated.
Why would they be devastated? That don't stop the money.
That's the other, because that was their like. I think that was like the safe haven.
Count that as a sexual thing.
No, it's not a sexual thing, but a lot of cosplayers do have OnlyFans. A lot of them do.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what it is?
Okay. It's what's up?
You know what it is? It's fast money. And, as quick as, and the reason why I call it fast money, because as quick as you can get it, the quicker it can go. So a lot of those people, once you get addicted to that fast money, like making like what? Some people, like Bad Baby, she made like $1 million in like 6 months. Some of the high end, more known people.
It was quicker than that.
Either way, she made $1 million. So a lot of people thinking that, they looking at that, they're seeing this fast money, which is why I say OnlyFans is the new strip clubs, but this is why, like, you get that fast money and shit, and a lot of people get addicted to that. So you want to keep making that fast money. So you don't, but the thing is, you don't know when that well is going to run dry, which is why a lot of men say, if you're going to do this, I hope you're saving your money and you're putting your businesses in. But a lot of people don't look at that. There's a lot of people that, get all that money and then they spend it on expensive dumb shit that you really can't get no value out of it after you buy it. So that's why they keep doing it. So, and some people think they could do this forever. I know a lot of 4-year-old strippers. I met one in Virginia. Her name was Miss Cotton. And I was like dead ass. Like, her name was Miss Cotton. What?
Hey. Nina Hartley is how old and still fucking?
Who?
Nina Hartley, old white porn star. She's how old is still
Legend.
fucking? She got to be like
Legend.
60 something. She got to be like 60 or 70 something, and she's still fucking.
Lady,
Randall?
I'm sorry for Dion. This nigga.
You said Nina. That's a deep pull, yo. That was a deep pull. Nina Hartley, damn, classic.
What the fuck?
She's a legend. No, I ain't gonna lie. She's a legend, yo. She can take it. I'm like,
Is that a white porn star?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know my white porn star. If you would have said a black porn star, I'd agree with you.
You know we watch
I
hood
like
porn.
porn in general. I don't sweat ethnicity like that. Y'all know this about me. But again, she's got to be like 60 something and still fucking.
Okay. She's a name. It's like how many and like I'm talking about strippers with no names. That's one thing. Like I know Pinky, she looked like a big Pinky looked like a big thumb now, and there's people still want to get there. It's like you know, but that's because she's a name. It's like no regular girl's gonna be making what Pinky make. Unless they're like really, really bad.
Oh.
She still gets love.
She does. Pinky still gets love.
Yeah,
Crystal,
but go ahead.
Yeah, Crystal, what you think?
Why? All right. So with the OnlyFans page, I think it's like soft porn, and it just exaggerates the girls that are actually hoes into getting money from simps. So it's kind of funny that it's being cut off.
I was wondering who's going to be the one to mention the simps. I was wondering who was going to be the one. I was expecting Father, but okay.
Because they're the ones giving the money to these bitches. Yo, like, you're giving money to a bitch that can't even save money from the OnlyFans page. Like, she's going to be soon asking for a fundraiser. How much you want to bet half of those bitches on there? After the well runs dry, they're going to be on a fucking fund me page. And
Probably more than half.
If they haven't already. So
there's going to be like 75% of them bitches. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm not even going to be nice about that one.
This is my take. Yes, it's sad. People make any money. The ones that are smart, this is like an extra hustle for them, but it's not their only hustle. I will respect any stripper that saves her money or any porn star. They're the real MVPs in my opinion, but the soft porn and showing your pussy every now and again and getting money from these idiots, like, you're not doing anything special, sweetie. You're not. So the fact that it's going to be cut off, that's a big problem. You should have 5 streams of income.
Plus, there's plenty of free sites. It's insane.
But that's what I'm saying. It's plenty of free sites, but I'm already seeing.
Like I said in the group chat when this was first brought up, there's always Pornhub.
They take cuts. They take big cuts. That's why they're on OnlyFans now. This is what I was trying to tell you.
Well, a lot of these bitches are going to have to go back to Pornhub.
Well, some of them
apparently
should have started.
No, they don't. Actually, no, they don't.
I mean, yeah, there's other sites besides Pornhub. Yeah, but
Snapchat Premium. People got Snapchat Premium that people be paying for. Periscope they be doing whatever the fuck Periscope be doing, and
Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon. Patreon doesn't really do that much adult content, if I'm correct though.
No, yeah, bro. Somebody could even make their own. Somebody can even make their own app. Fuck it.
Yeah,
like you underestimate people.
Yeah, somebody's gonna make another Tumblr.
Yeah, somebody, bro. Shit, they probably just might go to IG. Who knows?
And then, as hard as they tried to get on, get all the pornographic and adult content off of Tumblr, they failed.
No,
they failed.
No, there's still some. They do that. It's just that
like I said, for all the effort to try to get the adult content off of Tumblr, nah, bro, it's still there.
Yeah,
but people still be posting.
You can't search. You can't search for it, but you can follow people with it.
Yeah, but here's the thing that y'all need to understand.
The point is, it's there.
Yeah. Here's the thing that you need to understand, though. Like, OnlyFans, a lot of the women that be doing OnlyFans, like, these are like a lot of it is just like modeling and solos and like self masturbations and things like that. That's a lot of them. Also, you have a lot that also do the hardcore stuff too. So like there are lanes for each and every one of those. So I feel like it's not really gonna affect their money. It's really not.
Also, can I point out something? Most of, if I'm being blatantly honest, most of the ones that I see, like, they go out of their way to do like full on like porn with the OnlyFans or whatever. This loud ass little boy, I'm gonna kick his ass in a second. But yeah, like I was saying, most of the ones who go out their way to do like full on porn with OnlyFans shit, a lot of them be couples and shit. A lot of them be couples, and like whatever woman is posting XYZ, you know, that's her boyfriend, her husband, or whatever the fuck that she's fucking in the videos.
Yo, some of that shit got leaked on Reddit, and that shit was funny. And after hours and hours of research, I have also come to a conclusion that a lot of them is trash, and it's really really low quality cell phone footage. So it's like, why would you want to pay for that? Why would you want to pay $25 for a cell phone of? This is probably the film school person in me, but why would you want to pay $25 for just a cell phone footage of someone masturbating? It's like, it's not worth.
And also some of them have OnlyFans where they post the clips, and you actually gotta buy the actual videos. So you'll subscribe to the OnlyFans, it'd be like $10 a month, but then they'll post clips of the actual videos that you gotta purchase from them directly. I've seen that shit too. I'm telling you, people make money, bro.
And I mean, shit. If you really wanna, you know, fuck OnlyFans, they're still what's it called, mini vids or whatever. They're still that.
Where do you think they buy them from? I mean, Snapchat people, like I said, people go to Snapchat premiums, but you know,
exactly,
a lot of those, that's prostitution. That's prostitution. It's like they be having meetups and all that other stuff just so they can actually meet up and say, that right there, that's the prostitution gang. That's where it comes from.
Man.
Sex sells. People gonna find a way to fuck.
Right.
Shit. Like, the OnlyFans company used the girls that typically like doing that kind of stuff to make money for their own, and now they're just throwing them away. So it's kind of at the same time. But then again, we know what they do. We know what these corporations do. This is nothing new. Like, why are people?
I think for a lot of people, it's not the case of surprise, it's just disappointment.
Disappointment of being used when their whole process of the OnlyFans page is to use your body to get money. What part of that? I'm sorry.
God damn.
I'm done. It's common sense. It was going to go sideways, apparently, eventually.
I apologize for whatever the fuck that was.
Sound like kids being kids. So, can't really help that. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Keep it going. Keep the content going. Some people, titties save lives. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
scientifically proven. Actually, it saves men's lives.
Go ahead. You're right. Go ahead, Crystal.
Well, I did hear that Subway's hiring, so.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I know where you
Subway?
got that.
Really, nigga?
Oh man, that was
really, nigga?
I know where you got that quote.
I know where you got that.
You know what? I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Wow.
We're gonna leave that completely the fuck alone.
Also, if a girl doesn't make you come for prostitution, you should ask for your money back. Also,
shit.
Do not pat them on the head and tell them good job, and then
my god!
Wow. Wait, where did that come from? Because I feel like there's a story behind that.
Yeah, there's a story behind that.
Nigga, wait, no. I want to hear this. No. I want to hear this. If there's a story behind that statement, I want to hear this.
It is, and I will tell y'all some other time.
No.
Some other time, my ass.
I got like a couple of them, but
Nigga, what?
You can save it for the last words if you want. No.
You're telling us this story.
Keep it going, Ray. They not working. Let's go.
All right, y'all want to talk about Lizzo being fat shamed again, or y'all want to talk about Albert and Preach versus Fresh and Fit?
Yeah, let's talk about that one because I have no idea what that is. Can you provide the context?
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
I take it a lot of y'all are familiar with Albert and Preach, right?
Yes, I'm familiar with them.
Okay, so they, as always, they was putting out content and they was reviewing a video they did on a Fresh and Fit podcast when they was actually talking about praying for Punani. And Albert Preach is on the side of you probably should legalize it, and the Fresh and Fit is like don't legalize it because they won't respect you and all that other stuff. So they were reviewing that. The next Fresh and Fit got to that, and they was basically trying to clown Albert and Preach, which it gone to a point where of them saying like, yeah, you have 1 million subscribers, but we are better than you niggas. And then like one of them got real personal, mentioning Preach's wife and calling his wife a beluga whale and all that other stuff, and then like trying to make them look like they were stupid. So, and they did, and then the other dude challenged them to a boxing match, which basically Preacher was like, "I'm going to be in America next week. I will pull up." And then next thing you know, Fresh and Fit start losing. A lot of people took heed to that. Fresh and Fit start losing their subscribers. And then, they had like a stupid, faulty apology. They didn't really apologize to Preach. They apologized to their viewers. So they lose like 25,000 subscribers in like 3 days. A lot of their videos are being disliked. And Preach is still going to pull up to them. So now that I filled you in on the situation, what do y'all think about that?
Why'd you mention another man's wife?
Right. That's all I say. Hell of a low blow going after someone's wife like that. Like, what?
Yeah, it's a lot of I guess hyper masculine. I guess hyper masculinity is the word because them niggas was acting real brolic.
That's not hyper masculinity. That's that toxic masculinity that a lot of people be talking about. That's that toxic shit.
I guess so. Cause like when I saw that, and like I like both of the podcasts. I like both Albert and Preach and the Fresh and Fit podcast. But when they did that, when Fresh and Fit did what they was said what they said to them, I definitely did not like the way they did that. And a lot of people was giving them shit about it. So
it's just certain things you don't do, it's certain lines you just don't fucking cross. And that's and y'all niggas know me. So if I'm saying that, then yeah, they fucked up.
Do you think that it's staged for the match to happen?
No. They like Albert and Preach even talked about it because they was like, I like their whole thing is based on integrity, and I wouldn't do that just to like sell some match. Cause they was like, cause Fresh and Fit was like they'll do it for $500K, have a bunch of cameras there and all that other stuff, and it's basically, and they was like, nah. Albert did say like I just give you $20K, and then like they could do the set up the boxing match and all that other stuff. But one of them I think tried to the Fresh and Fit tried to monetize off of it, but Preach was like I will pull up and then just box. So basically like that.
So how did the wife get pulled into this?
Because of a video. It's like she didn't need to be pulled into it because he was the whole thing about paying for the whole video was just about them disagreeing about having disagreeing styles about paying for paid prostitution or paying for sex and all that stuff. So like the reason the reason why the wife was brought up to it because one of the dudes, like, he was basically just running his mouth. And he was just saying, like, he was just going flying off the handle. He just called his wife a beluga whale, and then he was just making, like, funny stuff. He talked about Preacher's country, too. He was like, so he insulted his wife and he insulted his country, which is Haiti. So, like I said, they was flying off the handle.
Yeah, that's classist as fuck. If I'm being really honest, I don't want to talk about that shit no more. That's just classist as fuck. You don't do that.
The internet, man. That's what they do. And Apple and Preach, like, they really not on that type of energy. They just have opinions and they share it. That's pretty much what they do.
Right. So okay. Go ahead.
But I was just saying, like, and you know, I like them a lot because even when I disagree, I understand why they think the way they do. Like, they do a really good job of doing that. So it's good content. I've never seen Fresh and Fit, but if this is how I'm hearing them for the first time, that's not a platform I'm trying to follow because I've never heard of them until now.
Agreed.
Yeah,
they're growing. The thing is, the Fresh and Fit podcast, their channel's real growing. And if you're into that red pill manosphere thing, then you probably understand where their channel is really coming from. They usually bring a bunch of women on. They discuss, like, real topics. You ever seen them videos of, like, this one dude kicking women out of his shows and all that other stuff? Y'all never seen that?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Like I said, if you're not into it, that's they usually ask, like, because they're based in Miami, so they usually ask the women, like, what type of man you want. And a lot of them said they want 6-figure dudes. One girl said she wanted, like, there's one girl, she was on there, she was talking about she wanted a multi-millionaire dude. And then they asked her why, because I bring the bag. They asked her, how much do you make a year? And she said $50K. I was
like, the fuck?
Sit your ass down, you know.
Bruh, like,
your ass down.
Bro, when I heard that, I fucking laughed. Yo, some of these girls be fucking delusional.
Sit your silly.
Hey, nah, but you can't blame them, though. You can't blame them for wanting that. They've been indoctrinated. That's the price y'all gotta pay. That little cute shit, y'all. That little cute shit that dudes be playing with women and all that shit. Now that they're collecting, now they want to get upset. Shit.
You know what? I'm gonna save it for my final thought. What just crossed my mind? I'm gonna save it for my final thought because it's gonna spark a whole other conversation. Continue.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna just say this. There are people, especially men, there are things, especially if you're a young man growing up, there's things that I feel like you can learn from this whole situation. One, be about your word. If you're gonna say something, please stand on it. Two, watch your mouth, because there are a lot of people that will check you if you really do. I remember, like, when we was doing we was doing the podcast earlier, and old boy who just took someone else's girl was on the podcast, and he was like, fuck that dude, and read out loud. Remember that?
Yes, I remember.
Remember what I said to him? I said, I don't know how good your hands are, but if you're gonna be like that, you better present them.
Man.
Like, again, I feel like there's a story there.
Look, okay, this one I could tell, but not use names. There was a dude, there was a white boy and a black woman and a Spanish dude.
This already sounds like a joke.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke, but basically
I was there. I'm gonna say that. I was there.
Yeah, the white boy was dating this black woman, and he treated her like shit. We're just gonna put it out there. He treated her like shit. The new boy, which is the Spanish boy, he's basically saw her, had a crush on her, and then start talking to her. Sooner or later on, the guy took her from the white boy.
Keep in mind, Spanish boy is young. We call him young boy.
We call him young boy. Spanish boy is young. And the funny part is, the white boy, me and father had told him plenty of times, you need to talk to your girl because obviously she's calling out for you and you're not doing shit about it. Didn't fucking take our advice.
So he was like the neglectful type of motherfucker.
Yeah, like she would want for him to like. I don't want to say show him attention, but at least give him some type of affection, and that man would ignore it completely. To a point where me and father was like, "Bro, you better go and tend to your girl and all that other stuff," and he didn't fucking listen.
That's the story of me and Ray's lives right there.
Right there. You tell you stuff and they don't listen. So
we solve the problem and they don't listen.
Nigga.
So in the midst of it's funny because like in the midst of the young boy taking away from the white boy, I started playing all these I'm taking your girl type of music in front of him just so he could get the hit. And he didn't. I played the Dreams. I love your girl. I got your man if you can't do anything about it.
Oh my God.
What was another? Mr. Steal Your Girl by Trey Songz.
Mr. Steal Your Girl by Trey Songz.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You better put that woman first by Jaheim.
Hey, don't forget Twisted by Keith Sweat.
Oh yeah, Twisted by Keith Sweat.
No freaking way.
Whole catalog.
Backstabbers by the OJs. Shit, man. Oh
it's
my
funny.
God.
You know what's funny? Because the Spanish boy and the black woman knew what I was doing. And I was like,
holy shit.
And I kept playing it. It was like, you gonna catch one. And then next thing you know, they took it from him. So they don't like each other.
Oh no.
To this day, they still don't like each other.
And the Spanish boy, is he still with the black girl or
no?
Oh, no.
He fucked it up.
He fucked it up. We was there for that too.
Yeah, he was there for that too. I was mad too.
I had a sit down with that nigga too. I heart-to-hearted him. But you know what? I just left it in the Lord's hands after that. And whatever happened, happened.
Long story short, he broke up with her and then asked, I'm trying to get myself fixed. Would you wait for me?
No, not that.
How you fumbled? Never mind.
It's okay.
Because you did say homie was on the young side, so it's just
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna chalk it up to him being young and stupid and end the conversation there.
But
he learned.
But you know what? At the same time, I'm not saying that guys should ever do that when they're young. You do a lot of stupid shit. I ain't gonna hold that against anyone. But it's funny how he was old enough to at least ask her, right? Then have a nigga just he ain't got what's going on. He knows he needs fixing, and he don't say shit. So I do give him props on.
No, but yeah, I mean, yeah.
But
the problem was she didn't do anything wrong, and everything that was going through his personal life, she wasn't the problem. So it's just like, why are you taking away? And this is just me. Why are you getting rid of something that's not the problem? If she's the one that's making if she's the one that's making you happy,
like, that's your anchor, nigga. What?
Like, if she's the one that's making you happy, why are you taking it? Why are you throwing that away?
Literally.
A lot of people sabotage themselves, man. But that just sounds sad at the same time. But he was enough to ask, hey, you can wait for me. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
No, you can't, because I did.
Oh God.
No, shit like that you're supposed to laugh at.
I laughed at all of them. Every person that didn't listen to me or father, I laughed at them. It's like one of these days y'all gonna listen to me.
One of these days. One of these years.
Oh man. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
When somebody gives you advice, just listen. That's like,
especially when multiple people are telling you the exact same fucking thing.
calm your. I appreciate that, Dia.
I said it the way I did only because I witnessed a similar situation. And I did my best to guide the person I'm thinking of now. And it's just, nigga, it's literally 9 other people besides me telling you what I'm telling you. 10 people telling you the same shit. Nigga, open your ears. Come on.
Ain't nothing better than the dumbass nigga look. That's the best look in the world. When a nigga know, when somebody don't listen and you know you get proven right and they didn't listen, and then you make them realize and then they got that dumb nigga look. That's my
I'll do you one. No, nigga, no. I'll do you one better. Ain't nothing more hilarious when you tell a motherfucker not to do something. They do the shit anyway. The bullshit that they did blows up in their face. Now they mad at you. The fuck you mad at me for? I told you not to do what the fuck you did in the first place. I was trying to save your ass. What the fuck you pissed at me for?
I'm not a violent person, but please, the next person that doesn't take my advice, I'm gonna just put my foot in your ass. My old school, break my foot up in your ass.
Oh my god!
No, because it's frustrating. You spend time telling them what they need to do. They make all these fucking excuses as to why they can't do it, and then they end up in the same fucking situation.
I just wash my hands of them.
I'll choose.
Like, as soon as I see that you're not trying, like you ask, and it's worse when they ask for advice and you give it to them. It's not that
about so much. At the end of the day, they're going to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yo, but it's even worse when they ask you and you give them advice.
Oh,
and they
nigga.
don't fucking listen. And I'm like, yo. So after that, I'm like, you don't. If you don't, I don't even invest myself if I don't see any effort. I'm like, because I don't mind if you fail, because as long as you try. That's why you fail, right? So you could try, you learn from the mistake. So if you, all right, but son, if you don't fucking just take what I say when you ask me, Jesus, makes sense.
This is basically why I tell people do what you think is right. This is why I tell people do what you think is right, because I get sick and tired of giving people advice and you not listen to it. So do what you think is right. All right,
don't invest yourself.
Yeah. On to the next topic. Lizzo has no more patience for fat shaming. So Lizzo, after dropping her new song Rumors, and usually anytime Lizzo breathes or walks or talks in something, there's a fat joke behind it, which made her break down on, I guess, Instagram. That was she was breaking down on. Started breaking down crime on Instagram. And according to the news from Bazaar, she said, quote, "I feel like being fat is the worst thing people could say about me at this point." She said, "This is the biggest insecurity. It's like, how dare a pop star be fat? I had to own that. I feel like other people who were put on that pedestal who became pop stars probably have other insecurities or have other flaws, but they can hide it veneer of being sexy and being marketable. There's still so many people who suffer from being marginalized systematically, while there's plus size black girls at the Grammys, but plus size black women are still not getting the treatment they deserve in hospitals, from doctors, and at work." Basically, she's a lot of people are still fat phobic. So, how do y'all feel about Lizzo's comments and telling people people getting on Lizzo?
I mean, honestly, she's not wrong. She's not wrong about how people treat you because they weight, they size, whatever. Like that's and it's kind of fucked up. Well, not kind of, it's fucked up. As far as I know people have been like on her line or whatever, you know, Twitter, Instagram, throwing her insults. I don't know details. I don't know the exact words that were said to her, but it. The only thing I can really say, because again, I don't know full on details of everything, you know, that was said to her. I don't know exact words that was said to her, but it's just, you know, stop that shit. The question that comes to mind for real when I think about this is just why?
Why what?
You know, what is the big, you know, just why attack this woman? What is the big deal about, you know, about her weight, this, that, and the third? She's not the first plus size female, you know, singer, rapper, whatever. She's not the first. But I don't. At the end of it, why?
With Lizzo, she did pick the platform. I do have some sympathy for her, but I feel like it's a lot of things that people get on social media and cry about unnecessarily. The statement where she said that plus size Black women don't get the respect that they are earned because of them being fat, I think it's I think it's a lie, because look at
I'm sorry.
She's a comedian. She made fun of skinny women. Nobody's talking anything about that. Aretha Franklin, Jennifer Holliday, Patti LaBelle, Missy Elliott. I've never seen any of these women go and run to social media for sympathy. I've seen them go to therapy. I've seen them work on themselves to ignore whatever those people say and work on carrying their confidence and pride in a positive manner, not running to social media as if it's a band-aid to fix whatever insecurity that she has within herself. We need to stop looking at other people's opinion of ourselves and using it to justify being angry at other people. Just because they say something about you being fat, it shouldn't be a big deal because of the platform you picked.
That part where you said she said it was hard for what? Because fat people, that we didn't like fat people, that they weren't appealing or something like that? Is that what you said?
I believe she said that plus size Black women don't get the respect that they deserve.
Yeah, that is a complete lie. But yeah, I have zero sympathy, only because she's a celebrity. So if she was just some other girl who just so happened to get caught doing what she did, just celebrating, the world just was ripping her apart online, I would have sympathy. But she pulled stunts that drew attention to what she's got. And I'm like, that allows if you're a celebrity, you're allowing criticism. It could be you want the praise, you want the you go girl, you want all that, of course. But you have to expect either the assholes or the legitimately concerned for your weight, because there are people who, you know, overcame weight gain and know the detriments. As for what's going on right now, 78% of COVID deaths are related to overweight, to being either obese or overweight. And there are people who are concerned about that, and they're saying what they got to say. And there are people who are going to put them in the same box as the assholes who just want to make fun of her just because she's Black or just because she's thick. You know, but that has to be expected. When you are a celebrity, you have seen decades of this going on. You see where you are now. You're in the limelight, just like the people who inspired you. Didn't they go through some shit? So if you're going to pull something, expect this and don't go bitching about it later. You should be. I would expect a celebrity to be like, "Oh well, fuck y'all. What you mean? I love the skin I'm in, and I'm gonna rock it." That's what her response should be. Not the crying and shit. Like, yo, just stay in the lane. Don't switch up. Don't bitch. Don't do that. Because then why are you there? Why'd you do what you do if you can't handle it? I understand that, and we've spoken about it like a lot about mental health, but that shit. No, what we deal with, we don't ask for. All right? She just asked for that. You are a celebrity. That's it. Because they feel like they're holier than thou anyway when anything they talk about because they have fans. And I get it. That's the point. But nope, not from me. I dig her hustle. She's a gorgeous woman. But I disagree. Don't do that. But yeah, and that's it.
Father, you have anything to say?
So I've heard everything y'all have said, and I do agree that you shouldn't let the words of undesirables, get you riled up. These are people that feel the need to project negativity towards you. So deflect that shit and move the fuck on. I completely understand that, and I agree with that. However, I do feel sympathy for Lizzo, and I feel sympathy for Lizzo just off the fact that, at the very end of the day, she's a black woman. She belongs to the community, regardless of whether we don't want to claim her or not. I know I'm fucking tired of seeing her name trend every single time somebody done says something about her because it could be totally avoidable. She over there doing her thing. Like, if you don't like her, then just leave her alone. She ain't bothering nobody. She making her damn music. She doing whatever the fuck over there. I'm over here minding my business, handling, whatever I got going on. I ain't got time to be commenting on people doing whatever the fuck. So, yeah, I understand, like, don't let that shit get to you. But think, like, the platform that she's in, she's attracting a lot of attention. And it seems like whenever you do something or whenever you're trying to bring some positivity to the world, someone always got something to motherfucking say. And sometimes it gets to a breaking point. You know what I'm saying? People try you. You try to be better. Sometimes, when they go low, we go high. We get it. But motherfuckers will try you. Ray and I have been saying this for the longest time. Sometimes you just gotta beat a motherfucker ass. Something like, because words aren't enough. They just aren't sometimes. Motherfuckers is stubborn. Sometimes people don't. Sometimes it's okay to let it out. Sometimes it's okay to admit this shit hurts. Sometimes it's okay, that despite the mistakes she's made in the past with her criticism and shit like that, she gonna grow to be whatever type of human being she gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like, people forget that, yeah, like, these are celebrities, and I completely understand when you say their antics get them the attention that they get, but these are human beings, at the very end of the day. Like, if some of us was put in that situation where we attracted a lot of attention no matter what the fuck we did, and we were subject to that kind of ridicule on a consistent basis every time you do some shit, that's gonna get to you too. So I completely understand her emotions when she let it out. That's understandable because that shit's gonna hurt. But at the same time, we also need to address why people feel the need to comment on shit they don't like. Why people feel the need that they need to comment on every single thing that has absolutely nothing to do with them. Motherfucking Lizzo gon' fucking post, oh, this hot dog good as shit. She just a black woman eating a hot dog that just happens to be famous as fuck. And here come motherfuckers be like, oh, bro, you're fat. Like, bruh. Like, you acting like children for what? So I understand. It's like I understand every side of this thing, but what annoys me, real quick, what annoys me are these fake, woe is me, low self-esteem people on social media that take the times where Lizzo is being talked about to project they shit on people that they have no idea what they're doing. Like, oh, man, y'all just fat phobic. All of y'all fat phobic. This, that. Oh, here come the men again. Here come the men. Like, that type shit. I'm like, bruh, if y'all don't shut the fuck up, because y'all don't say anything until this woman is getting bullied. When she's just over there doing her thing, it's y'all motherfuckers are quiet. But as soon as she start responding to some of the stupid shit that she get on a consistent basis, then y'all want to project your fake asses down here and try to point your finger at people. Like, no, we're not doing that shit. You part of the problem too.
But she getting these things in person or on social media?
It's usually on social media because social media is like that in general. We meme the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Because the way I am is like offense is taken, not given. So these things are happening. I agree. I don't know why people do. I talk about this all the time. I don't know why people will have to go out of their way to fucking go after somebody just because you don't agree with it. Why are they in your heads rent free? I never understood that shit. But I also know they fucking exist and there's nothing we could do about it, And I don't think we should do anything about it. Free speech and all. But and there are people who can handle this, and we've seen people who do handle it very well. I would pay attention to that if I was Lizzo. I'd be like, okay, how does she handle this shit? Or how does he handle this shit? How did they handle this shit? Let me learn their secrets. Because these secrets could help my fans if they go through the same bullshit. Because these assholes actually exist. There are ways to deal with this. There's some things are just unavoidable. And we've existed for too long for something like this to really, it's what people say, and you actually sign in, scroll up, and read the shit. Where it's not your mail, it's not people who walked up to you. Most of the times, it's your fans that walk up to you. I would believe, or I'm sure anyone will believe. So I don't think this is in person. It's when she looks and she sees online, like that's gonna be seen. And you know what happened? These things used to happen in the past to celebrities all the time. Their agents or managers used to say, "Don't read it, I will." And if it's good, I'll pass it over to you. You don't have to read this because you know what's coming. To avoid it, there are ways to do this. She did not have to just jump online and but at the same time, she could do that too. Because really, really and truly, personally, I don't even care. But I'm saying I'm saying it as I see it and what's going on. But yeah.
All I'm saying is, if she's doing her thing, let her do her thing. If you don't like her, then just stay the fuck away. You don't need to say anything towards that woman.
Exactly.
Just leave her be.
Exactly.
Literally. And Lizzo, you don't have to fucking respond to everything. You don't have to cry on social media. Like, sometimes, you have to expect that from this point on, people just gonna talk shit because that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
She got to focus on her fans.
We know it's not right. We know, competent motherfuckers know the shit is not right. We talk about the motherfuckers who do the shit. Talk to them motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Who's looking at us? We the competent ones. Like, we over here just chilling. And then you like that. That's what I was talking about earlier. Them motherfuckers that only come out when Lizzo's getting ridiculed. Then they come out trying to wag the finger. I'll beat your motherfucking ass. Oh shit. But yeah, leave her alone. # leave her the fuck alone. God damn.
Please.
I'm tired. Lizzo trending online is nothing. It's just people talking shit about her. But I will admit though, because I am part of the problem, and I admit that I'm a motherfucker that take accountability. Those memes were funny. I'm sorry. Them shits were funny.
No.
I be feeling bad for laughing at them, but goddamn, people are creative as fuck.
Bro, I said the same thing about Bill Cosby memes. That's why I said Bill Cosby memes is some of the funniest shit ever. I don't think he did it, but goddamn, them memes are funny.
I felt the same way about the Demi Lovato shit. I felt bad, but them motherfuckers were funny.
Yo, Demi Lovato.
After a while with the Demi Lovato situation, I hit the point of whatever motherfuckers say about her, it is what it is. Because it seemed like anytime another celebrity is going through something related to drugs and this, that, and the third, it seemed like Demi Lovato always found a way to make the shit about her. So now it's like whatever motherfucker said about Demi Lovato, it is.
Oh wait! It's not her. It's not her. It's them.
Nah, I mean,
I just remember.
Yeah,
we're gonna respect the pronouns. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, she's non-binary, so it's them.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
That's
them.
why her name is Demi Lovato.
I don't give a
Hashtag
fuck.
respect the pronouns.
but you know,
Respect these nuts. Anyway,
All right, Dion.
but you know, it's a bit confusing when it comes to Lizzo because her whole brand was basically sexualizing her body and being proud that she's a big girl. So the fact that she's breaking down because people are attacking her when her brand is based off of I don't care what y'all say, I'm fat and I'm proud type of mode, it's kind of confusing. I'm not gonna lie, because you would think out of all the people like Miss Kelly and stuff, she would be the last one to be upset at this situation. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. It's just her brand is all about being fat and proud.
see, I was thinking about that too, but it was like, damn, her whole, especially like her early shit when she first came out over there, her whole thing was about, you know, body positivity and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, wow, why are you now like, and then why are you now
Mm-hmm.
you're having an issue with the shit that people are saying about you and your weight and this, that, and the third.
There's limits.
I was about to say, I think
there's limits.
Yeah.
like people been getting at Lizzo ever since they knew who she was.
Literally, it's been nonstop. Like, bro, I don't think you realize how many memes she got of her, bro.
No, I don't.
Bro, like she was trending
that.
number
And you know
one.
what? I get that. Hold on, I get that. But see, here's my thing when it comes to her. First of all, her being in the position that she's in, there's ways she can use this to her advantage. And like, again, since initially her whole thing was initially about, body positivity and yeah, I'm a big girl, so what type of shit. Like
In a thong.
get for me it's to the point of, get back to that.
Yeah.
You don't need to be doing certain shit like, the one time when she was at the one, like, what was it, Lakers game or whatever, when she had the dress with the ass cut out and shit like that. I kind of, that was a little much, but
a little.
I mean,
that was a whole. That was a whole ass.
That's a whole lot of ass.
No, listen.
But my point is, no, hold on. My point is, she was on this whole thing like, yeah, I'm a big girl, so what, yada yada yada, and that's part. I feel like that's part of why she even did that to motherfucking, begin with, so it's just like it's on some keep that same energy type of shit.
I'm thinking about all the girls that are a little bit plus size that's looking up to her right now for confidence and strength. And I'm not saying
right, and
everybody has.
And see, that's the other part of it too. Like you were basically an advocate for these chicks who were plus size and insecure about their shit. You were an advocate for these women.
So was Queen Latifah.
You were damn near a superhero to these women who were plus size and insecure about how they looked.
That's a reach. That's a reach.
Call it what you want.
That is a superhero.
That is a reach.
That is a reach.
I said damn near.
That is a reach.
Oh, okay, almost a superhero. Continue.
That's damn near a reach. How about that?
You can damn near kiss my ass, but I know what I'm talking about here.
All right. Listen. I heard you. Now listen. It's simple because I keep trying to like. First off, I don't really think y'all understand how many memes of this woman are on the internet. Like, bro, like it's a lot of shit people been saying about her on a consistent basis. So I'm just saying I understand because that type of ridicule that like, bro, it get to you. You may. It's easy for us to be saying this shit. Be on her platform and try to get that type of ridicule every day of your life and see what happens. I'm just saying we don't understand.
Can I be blunt real quick? Can I be blunt real quick? Part of what I'm saying is it comes from the fact that I like bigger girls.
What?
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just throwing that out there.
I like bigger girls, but Lizzo need to get it on her own, bro. That's what you sound like.
No, it's not even that. My point is this. There were a lot of women who like really looked at her as like a motherfucking inspiration and shit. And it
Yo, not all big girls are built the same.
Yeah,
this is true.
Because that's such a common thing to do. Because Lizzo, for her fame, she's a very, very, very famous big girl, but that doesn't mean that she's an inspiration. She never asked to be an inspiration. All she does is just be herself and do the shit that she does. Now, I understand when people bring up the Lakers game, like, yeah, okay, that was a little much, but the way people was clowning her, yeah, I can understand why she would get a little emotional because they was going in on homegirl. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that if she
let me ask a question about that real quick. Would a smaller woman than her, hourglass figure and blah blah blah, wearing a similar thing, a dress with the ass cheeks cut out the motherfucker and everything, do you think they would have got the same?
This question has already been answered, though. We all know it's not the same shit.
Coyle Ray, Miley Cyrus.
Literally, that question has already been answered.
Okay, you're comparing.
No, the question was answered. The question you just asked was answered.
I don't think you have to ask to be an inspiration. Like,
right.
People are just inspired by it.
No one asked to be that. No one asked to be that.
She could have went in it just as you said, and then automatically inspired people. Girls of her size that wish they had the the self-esteem to even attempt to do that because they want to, because they see all the other girls, the skinnier girls doing it, and at that age she doesn't know like there are guys actually into that probably. So she sees her and like, oh wait, and people like this? Look, everybody liking it. Oh shit. So that I ain't gonna say it's possible. I'm sure it's happened.
I like
to millions of girls.
I like
this. This is just me personally. I don't think Lizzo can dress. I personally do not think Lizzo can dress. I've seen big girls her size that that can dress, and I don't even think you got to dress like a muumuu or something like that. But like I've seen girls even her size and stature that can dress. Monique, in my opinion, when she was big, she can dress. Jill Scott, in my opinion, she can dress. Queen Latifah can dress. Hell, Kelly Price before the diet could dress. It's like Lizzo, I think she just wears whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's why. To me, that's why she get clowned the way she did, because like the whole thing, like the Lakers game, like who the fuck would do that unless you're trying to get attention?
It worked.
Not to her favor. Not to her favor.
You might not like. You're not always going to like the attention you get, but the point is, if you're trying to get attention, 9 times out of 10, it's going to work. You may not like the attention, but
My goodness.
Is it worth you getting clowned though?
That's what I'm saying.
That's basically what I'm saying. Is all that attention worth you getting clowned? It's one thing you get attention for something that's positive, like getting a degree or like getting a good paying job, but like you get attention for showing your ass at a Laker game, and people are like giving you shit about it. I don't want that type of attention.
Right.
I just think people need to leave her alone. God damn. Leave the girl alone.
This is the first time I've talked about it in like what, a year? Because there's been plenty of times Lizzo been in the news about something, whether it's like trying to shoot a shot at Chris Evans or like just doing regular stuff, and then people are just like clowning her for it. Um, I chose not to talk about it because it's just like it's stupid. Like I tell people, like there's a list of people I don't want to talk about unless it has to deal with their music.
Literally.
Like
Understandable.
her 6ix9ine. Like I know this person don't do music, but I choose not to talk about her either. Zaya Wade, because people talk about a fucking child, and I'm like, I'm not talking about that. It's just no matter how you
Don't cut
feel
that
about
boy
it.
dick off, dog.
Don't cut that boy dick off. But I guess my own opinion about it is that all y'all have really good points, especially Father with the leave Lizzo alone, because I've said that it's just God, just leave that girl alone. Sometimes she's just living her best life, and people just be clowning her, and like I be laughing at him too. I'm not gonna lie, because some of them joints do be funny, but people be getting on her like harder than any other big girl I've ever seen get on. Yeah, it's like, but me as a big dude myself, I know that people are going to get on you. Fat jokes is just not going to stop because fat jokes is some of the easiest jokes to make. So my advice is learn how to clown a nigga to a point to where they don't like if they try you, you know that you can clap back at them because a lot of people will just like bullies. They'll fuck with you until you like hit them back, and once you hit them back in the mouth, they will stop doing it. Look at Rihanna. Rihanna, I don't know how many times they got on Rihanna. Rihanna clapped back at everybody to a point where people stopped doing it. So, and then like some of my favorite comedians, like a Bruce, Lavelle Crawford, like a lot of big dude comedians, are like they be trying them too. Like, remember when Mr. Brown tried Lavelle Crawford and Lavelle Crawford like fried Mr. Brown? It's like
Oh
it's got to
yeah,
like you got to be to the point because fat just like I tell
nigga,
people
that
all the
was a
time.
historic event. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
because like if you a fat nigga, you done heard either you a fat dude or a woman, you done heard every fat joke. So like, but when you're funny enough to clown a person to the point where they don't even want to fuck with you no more, that's where you need to get at. Monique was like that too. People tried Monique, but Monique she had very good clapbacks, and that's why people
Yeah,
don't
Monique
really
ain't
get
give
at
a
her as
fuck.
much.
Monique ain't give a fuck.
Yeah. the funniest
Oh
one,
shit.
the funniest one Jeff Ross did. I think it was the roast of Emmitt Smith or some shit like that. And Jeff Ross said, "We all want to be Dallas Cowboys," and the closest one was Monique. That one I fucking laughed at. but, uh, but yeah,
Oh shit.
like father said, and I'm gonna piggyback off it. Leave her alone. Just leave it alone. Like that woman is living her best life. Just leave her alone. But at the same time, I want to say this to Lizzo: like you can't be. I understand we're in this journey where mental health is everything, but you can't be crying over Instagram like that because, like, some people when they see your weaknesses, they're gonna come at you. So you crying over the Instagram like that is not a good. To me, it's not a good look for you because they're gonna keep doing it. Some people just don't care. So, any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Mind your business.
With that being said, our boy Biden is back in the news again about Afghanistan, and I guess people what's happening over in Afghanistan. I think I've seen some of it, like a bunch of Afghans like jumping on a plane or some shit like that, and then like they was asking, "We gonna bring the troops back to Afghanistan?" And Joe Biden basically was like, "Nah." It's like that was 20 years ago. We don't want to do that. And everybody's like giving them shit about it. Now the Taliban, they done found like a lot of missing millions of dollars worth of missing weapons and basically
and dollars.
And dollars. Oh, I didn't know about the dollars. I just knew about the weapon.
Stacks.
Yeah.
Man.
So honestly, I'm conspiracy theory raised thinking they left that there. So but how do y'all feel about what's happening with Joe Biden? What's happening over there in Afghanistan?
Okay, as someone, okay, I was in Iraq, not Afghanistan, but point is, as someone who, during my time enlisting with the Marines, who was deployed to the Middle East, early 2000s or whatever, may I?
Go ahead.
I feel like, for one, okay, let's be honest. We know what the United States was over there for. It wasn't about establishing peace and stopping whatever conflict was going on over there and this, that, and the third.
Nope.
We took the opportunity to go over there and go after that oil that was on that motherfucker for one.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we really wanted to shut down the Taliban completely, things would be, things would have went a lot different than it did. Yes, we did capture either capture or kill most of their, bigger higher ups. Yeah, they took out Osama. They caught, Saddam Hussein. They had him tried in XYZ and hung and whatever the fuck. But the United States never really cared about what was happening to them folks over there and what the fuck they were going through. The U.S. didn't care like that. Come on. Because if we really wanted to just, stop them altogether, the United States has the manpower and the firepower to eliminate the Taliban altogether. We really do. But
Dion, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Have you been on the ground when you're in Iraq? Did you go amongst the locals?
Honestly, no.
Okay, no, because I heard
What's up?
Oh no, I heard that the people there, like a lot, like if you end up like in one of the villages and shit, like when they see the soldiers, I heard that they think like there's something else. They don't know what's going on. They have no idea what the politics are, what the war is about. They just see American soldiers just land there, and they actually worship these people. They worship the soldiers. So I wanted to know if that happened in Iraq.
Because
because they don't know.
Okay, let me clue you on a couple of things, and hopefully the information I thought will answer your question.
Yeah,
there's been a big issue in terms of the influence of outside cultures when it comes to how Afghanistan and Iran and Iraq and a couple other places within the Middle East do certain shit. How American culture and cultures from other places have influenced them and this, that, and the third. That's basically the source of the beef and the bullshit going on over there. That's a big, not necessarily the source. Let me correct myself real quick. Not necessarily the exact source, but a big part of it. That's part of it. That's part of that equation.
Gotcha.
Because a lot of people think of, Iraq and Afghanistan and Iran and, all these other Middle Eastern areas and this, that, and the third. They think of and treat them as, third world countries, They're basically looked at as savages. They're looked at as savages.
Yep.
You know, and a lot of it has to do with a lot of their, their customs and things like that. These are people who are still on, you know, they're basically on some like old school medieval shit on how, basically women are just there to have children and take care of the household and this, that, and the third. While the rest of the world they have women who are doing all these different things, and even women in like positions of like political power and things like that, as opposed to these Middle Eastern areas who you know have women in the positions they are. There are other examples of how they're different from the rest of the world, but how they treat women and how they do other things. Like the women is just one example.
Yeah, the Sharia law and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, because think about it, and I've seen this personally, how they see female soldiers, female combatants, and they like freak out. It's like they're looking face to face with fucking Wonder Woman or some shit.
Yo. Damn.
I've seen this personally.
Yeah. I heard that. I was like, that's interesting. I've never heard that before. I think until this happened, somebody brought it up. I was like, word, it's like that?
Again, like female, like women in the military are like superheroes to the women of the Middle East.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
Because they're not looked at as combatants. They're just looked at as, again, old school mentality. You take care of the household, you tend to the children, this, that, and the third, while the men
Mm-hmm.
work and go off to war to fight, and this, that, and the third. But my point is, just the fact that, they're. I'm trying. I'm trying to think of how can I say it without it being like insulting to them. They're
I
real
guess you could just say they're
traditional.
naive, right?
They're I don't want to put it like that, but they have their ways, they have their traditions and whatnot, and they're hardcore
Shelter.
about that shit. That is a word you can use, yeah.
Mm.
But any anything that veers away from what they're used to, they see as a threat.
Right. Makes sense.
It's you know, I'm having a hard time forming my words with this because again, I've been as someone who's been over there, who's been to Iraq on two different occasions, is that you know thinking about what's happening in Afghanistan right now. There's a you know there's a lot of mixed feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm having a hard time putting my words, my thoughts together with this shit.
I get it. And you answered the question. Slowly.
But it's like when it comes to the Taliban and their points of view on certain things, I get it simply because you know I'm not thoroughly versed on how they do things and this, that, and the third, but I know bits and pieces of their culture, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I get it when it comes to why they're doing, why they do certain shit, why they are how they are. On one hand, I get it. You got to remember when it comes to them, the best way I can explain it is this: I get what they're doing. I get what they're fighting for, but I do not, under any circumstances, agree with their methods.
Right.
I get how they feel, oppressed and taken advantage of, and XYZ. I fully understand that. Hell, as a black man born and raised in the United fucking States of America, I fully motherfucking understand that. But I don't agree with their methods.
Right.
I don't agree with, them killing people the way they have. I don't agree with them fucking, just there's a lot of shit that they've done that I'm just like, no. And hell, we're approaching the 20-year mark of 9/11.
Yep.
And
that's basically why this happened.
I see, and then okay. I apologize in advance for me getting emotional because while I wasn't like right there within the vicinity of the Twin Towers when the 9/11 incident occurred, but goddamn, looking out of the window of that fucking Franklin Avenue shuttle, I saw that first plane hit. So again, apologize in advance if I get emotional as I say what I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying? I can't stress enough how I understand why they do what they do, but their methods are fucked. The methods are utterly fucked. Just
totally agree.
Oh man. There's just certain things you just what are you doing? My daughter's in the room tearing up shit. You stop it.
Well, she knew.
Like,
She knew what he was talking about. She came to get you off.
Yeah.
I know how emotional it can be for all of us. We've all been there for the 9/11.
Yeah, like I said, I was and then Crystal, as another New Yorker, you can attest to this. On that Franklin Avenue shuttle, you used to be able to see them Twin Towers in the distance.
Not only did I see it, I smelled it. So yeah.
You were in Manhattan. Hold on, you were in Manhattan when that happened?
Yeah, I went to Health Professions and Human Services. It took me fucking
because I was attending Transit Tech High School at the time. I was on way to school. I saw that first plane hit one of them towers.
And
out of the window of that Franklin Avenue shuttle.
Some of the people. So we was looking out our window while we saw burnt victims being rolled in and some people with parts and shit. We saw everything. We should have gotten therapy as a school collectively with the shit that we saw.
And then I always say make it to school that fucking day because they stopped basically anything going in and out of Manhattan, they stopped. Because from Franklin Avenue Station, I had to transfer from the fucking C train to get to where I needed to go to get to Transit Tech High School.
Yeah.
And they're just ghosts crossing the bridge.
They stopped all the trains going back and forth, in and out of Manhattan or whatever for a while. So I almost didn't get to school that day.
Army of ghosts, yo. Just soot and ash. Just thousands of people just going across the bridge, man. It was insane. I guess we were all there. Shit.
In some way, shape, or form, if we weren't like right there, we saw some part of it. You know, if you were in New York when that happened, if you weren't right there, you saw you witnessed, you felt the direct impact of that shit.
First of all, going to school, I felt like something was off.
Yeah, that day felt weird. That day felt weird.
Yeah. Oh man. But again, it's hard. It's hard to talk about that shit between witnessing, you know, the events in 9/11 and actually being in, you know, being in Iraq. You know, I've lost friends over there over, you know, some of what's going on over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I basically lost a lot of my senior friends right after, because we were all there for 9/11. So a lot of people was like, you know what? After this is done, they're gonna go straight in the army or straight in the military. I lost a lot of people because of that.
Does anyone know how this all started in Afghanistan today? With what's going on today, do you know what's
this goes back to this goes back further than 9/11.
No. I don't mean the origin. I mean today. What's happening today? What was the catalyst? Like, what caused this to happen now?
Oh, U.S. pulling troops out of Afghanistan.
Right. Okay.
That's what really made them like start taking back like the entire state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, all of the crisis and everything. The Middle East has been a shithole since what, the 1960s or 70s.
It was after the 70s. Wasn't it after the 70s? Because they were like everyone else, like in mid 70s and back.
So.
And then it just went downward with Sharia law when the terrorism started and all that. Like, if you remember the Rambo movie, they had touched on it a bit, but yeah, it wasn't all. They weren't all just people in the sand and shit. People just people think it's all just sand and, you know, turbans and shit. Like, no, they have cities and shit. Like, it's modern, you know.
Yeah.
Back then, they're dressing just like the women in the States, like in the 60s. And then all of a sudden, just Sharia law just hit, and it just went completely. It just rewound all the way. Like, they went back centuries in like customs and shit, and that's what they are now.
But like the reason for a lot of that is because of the Western powers meddling in their affairs.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you look at the history of Saudi Arabia and why they are the way they are. If you look at like Iran and why Iran actually hate, like they don't fuck with America, they're justified for not fucking with America, mind you. They are completely justified when I learned that shit.
Yeah.
Because a whole leader, someone beloved there, like was assassinated, like even. And the US has always had a history of that. So they've had a history of destabilizing entire nations as well as Europe as well. So all of that goes into this conflict right now. The problem is that the Taliban, because they're kind of like radicalized, like they're not going to be as open to a negotiation as like someone that the US puts there themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because they get to control like what goes into that country, the information that they get. You know, they get perks like putting military bases in these places. So when you have a Taliban there, it messes it up because these people are not going to be as open to that negotiation.
If I may, real quick.
Yeah.
Hold up. If I may, real quick. See, Father, oh God.
What's up,
That's why I'm talking to you about certain shit. Because you actually know your shit.
Yeah, man.
See, outside influences are the exact reasons why groups like the Taliban and ISIS and wherever the fuck else is over there that we don't know about, you know what I'm saying? The reason these groups exist is because of outside influence.
to arms trade for one.
Yes.
Yep.
But also, it's just these people, again, I cannot stress this enough, how I get why they're doing what they're doing, but the way they're going about it is completely and utterly fucking wrong. Hey, stop it. My daughter, ladies and gentlemen. But again, it's just these people want control over their country back. That's the main thing they want.
Yep.
Do I agree with the people they've killed, the suicide bombings and XYZ that they've already done? Fuck no. Because it's resulted in so much senseless violence. It's fucking ridiculous. But that's the main thing they want. They want control over their country back from outsiders. That's what they want. They're going about it completely fucking wrong, but that is what they want. They want control back over their land, their country, their way of life. And when you have the United States of America and other countries getting involved in this shit, what happens is, okay, when USA, okay, I want to use USA in particular as an example. What we do is we make way for whoever it is that we want to, be in whatever position of power over there, king, president, blah, blah, blah. Simply because the United States or, whatever country, is in control of whatever's going on there over there at the time, we're going to use that individual to get what we want. Again, the primary reason we initially got involved in there was because, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, and all these other Middle Eastern territories, they were sitting on a whole bunch of oil. And the U.S. government wanted that shit.
And they're trying to get back to the gold standard, too.
That's the thing, too.
Mm-hmm. And also, another issue was that I think one of the Middle Eastern countries actually had a big refinery, and it was owned by the government. So they had a whole bunch of money just selling that shit, and the money always came back to them. So the more they're growing, they could actually be a threat. You know what I'm saying? So they got to check that. They did the same shit in Nigeria too.
The point is, when it comes to the United States involvement in what was going over there, I can't speak for, because there were other countries that had their own military presence there for whatever reasons. But speaking for the United States in particular, the real concern wasn't for concern the safety of the citizens of Iraq, Afghanistan, and whatever other countries the Taliban had a foothold in. Because we literally had the weaponry and the manpower if we really genuinely wanted to, because it's not like the Taliban is an actual military organization. The United States has more than enough power to wipe the Taliban off the map altogether.
So from what I understand, the reason why Biden's getting heat for this is because he's pretty much responsible for what's happening now.
Yes.
What happened was, I think it was after Obama had gotten Osama, right? It was after that.
This was
He did a
hold
trade.
on, hold on. Let me interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
Before Obama got in office, you gotta remember how long Joe Biden has actually been around before he was before he was VP for Barack Obama. You gotta think about that.
I always say I say that shit all the time.
Most of these groups, whether it's the Taliban, whether it's ISIS or whoever the fuck, even the actual military of Iraq, Afghanistan, Iran, whoever the fuck. Where
you notice how both sides could get together for this shit?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
When it came to money, because let's be real, you're talking about countries who, in terms of funding and military power and this, that, and the third, before they started, doing XYZ with countries outside of those territories or whatever, with the United States and whoever the fuck, they did not have, power like that. They did not have firepower, manpower to do certain shit, until they started cutting deals with the United States, UK, and whoever the fuck they did business with,
China.
But again, speaking in particular about the United States played a big part in funding their military, getting them weapons, and this, that, and the third. And also, okay, and this is when the conspiracy theorist in me is going to start to come out. And because, knowing what we know about everything that happened with 9/11, right? You're not going to convince me that the United States is not partially responsible for everything the Taliban has been doing.
You're being nice by saying partially.
I'm trying not to get sniped through one of these windows. But my point is, you know what I'm saying? We funded this shit. All this bullshit going on with the Taliban. Think about it. Why do you think? Okay, we sent troops over there once the Taliban basically freaking ran Afghanistan's government out of their seats of power or whatever. It took over that motherfucker. Because again, it would have been nothing for, again, any other country could have done this, but I'm focusing on USA in particular. We could have went over there once you knew the Taliban was doing XYZ. Hell, we could have prevented the Taliban from doing what they did to begin with. The USA could have prevented that shit altogether.
Yep.
Let alone, because what I was about to say was when the Taliban did what they did, the USA could have went over there and ran them the fuck out.
Yep.
But the USA, let's be honest, could have stopped that shit to begin with. They could have stopped what's going on in Afghanistan right now to fucking begin with.
Exactly. And it almost happened. This is what I was trying to say. That had happened, especially after they got Osama. But Obama did a trade, and the guy that's taken over now, he had traded him out of Gitmo and put him back. And then, so he restarted everything all over again.
Oh my God. There's things I'm trying to avoid talking about simply because as someone who served in the military, there's certain shit that I know that I'm trying not to take personal, and I'm trying not to bring up. For example, why are we negotiating with terrorists? Why? Why?
For what? That's the number one rule. Why are we? But we're doing it.
One of the main things that I was taught when I was enlisted is that the United States don't negotiate with motherfucking terrorists.
Exactly. So they're not negotiating; they're in business.
So I'm on the point of, why are we not just blowing them the fuck out that bitch, so that whoever is supposed to actually be in charge of whatever the fuck is going on in Afghanistan or whatever can take back the offices and shit.
Yeah. So
why are we cutting deals with these motherfuckers?
Yeah. Yeah, and here's what happened after that. So fast forward, the orange man gets in, and then he negotiates with the same dude that's taking over right now. He negotiates with him. He says,
"No,
you're gonna leave these people. You're gonna leave these."
Then,
what?
Hold on. And then the fuck thing about what you say. Oh man, I'm about to feel so bad for this. As a black man, I'm about to feel so bad for this. But us actually going out of our way to negotiate with these motherfuckers, and this goes back further than Trump.
I know. I'm just talking about today.
This goes back further than Trump.
I understand that. I'm just trying to
have to cut deals with them to keep them from killing Americans over there.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what he had to.
To a degree, I get why Barack did what he did.
I don't.
He went against one of the USA's golden rules when it comes to negotiating with terrorists and this, that, and the third. I get him wanting to preserve, American lives and get our people home. He was advocating real big for, pulling our military presence out of there in general.
But after he did that, after he traded them out, there was no choice but to keep them in because they're just going to do what they're doing today. And that's what I was trying to say. I was trying to say, hold on. I was trying to say, so when the orange man did the negotiation, he was like, don't touch anybody, don't fuck with anybody, or you will feel this. And I have my people here. So this whole time, he had them in check. And now fast forward to Biden, there was a treaty. And fast forward to Biden now. When he's pulling out the troops, there's no one there to stop them now. There's no one there to stop them.
One of the handful of things that Donald Trump did right, sad to admit.
And now he just undid everything. And just as you said, he is responsible.
This is what I have to say. Just a summary of my feelings in general when it comes to what's going on with that. And this is what I feel the United States should have done when it comes to all of the nonsense going on in the Middle East to begin with. And that is simply, as fucked up as this may or may not sound, let those people over there sort that shit out themselves.
That's what we were saying since day one of this shit. What the fuck? Why are we there?
I don't.
Even the founding fathers said that. Let's not interfere with anyone else. Just keep it in house, and no one listens.
And there's a list of reasons why I'm just like, you know what? With all the shit that's going on with other countries, whether it's the Middle East, whether it's whatever drama is still going on with Korea, or whatever the case may be. Listen, back off. Let these people sort out their bullshit within their own borders.
Yep.
Oh, let's be real. Okay, the United States government, when it comes to international affairs, are nothing but a bunch of fucking instigators. That's all the fuck they do is they're instigating. They, All they're doing is intensifying whatever bullshit is going on in these other countries. That's all the fuck they're doing. Not to mention the fact that USA has a whole, oh my God, the laundry list of bullshit that the USA needs to sort out in its own backyard. Oh my God. We're not going to start that convo. But let these people sort out their own shit within their own borders.
Ray, why are you so quiet?
For me,
Yeah.
I'm just letting them speak. I'm just letting them speak.
It's just it's okay.
Dion damn near
We all
took
have
over.
that one. We all have that one. Okay,
I'm trying.
just speaking from a personal standpoint, whenever there's some bullshit going on, whenever there's some trash going on a block or whatever, and whenever a particular person or a particular group of people get involved in that shit, the shit only seems to get worse. That's the United States. That's USA. We stick our hands in these other people's business, and shit only goes further downhill. That slope just seems to, curve inward just slightly to the point where now it's just gradually getting worse. Pull our people out of there. Let them sort that out. And you know what? As fucked up as this is going to sound, if the motherfucking Taliban end up taking over that bitch and end up running that motherfucker, so be it. Do we have to support them, fund them in any motherfucking way, shape, or form? Fuck no. Fuck no. But let them figure that the fuck out themselves.
All right. Before D Hawk goes on another, anybody else have anything to say?
No.
No. No what? All right. and, all right. And on that note, we're gonna be going on to final thoughts because Dion damn near said everything. So we're gonna start with Dion.
Oh man. See, I didn't mean to go in like that, but again, no, that shit, that's personal to me for a long list of reasons. But final thoughts, we're gonna stray away from that. So when okay we all okay so everyone here pretty much knows about kind of like the kind of sort of TikTok things that I've been involving my statements towards a particular video.
Yeah.
So okay, the power. I want to talk about. Ow, ow, ow. Shoot, come on, DJ. I told you I was on the phone. Shit, sorry about that. I want to talk about the supposed power of pussy. This kind of goes back into the whole thing we were talking about OnlyFans and this, that, and the third as well. But let me say this: the power of pussy is a delusion. The power of pussy is a delusion created by women who all they have to offer is pussy. The power of pussy as much as they try to push, oh, you offer man a little bit of, little bit of whatever, a piece of ass. No, that shit works on, and I said this in the group, in our, little group chat or whatever beforehand. Weak-minded, inexperienced, and just down badass men who, don't know their way around women. That's it. If more fellas wise up to certain shit, you know, stop letting these women who ain't got shit to offer but ass and titties seduce you into doing XYZ. You know, a lot of the bullshit that goes on in the dating world today would come to a screeching halt. A screeching halt. There's too many motherfuckers getting off on just preying on low tier ass men. And it's part of why a lot of women look at men the way they do, as meal tickets, as ways to get, whatever they want or need to, you know, survive or do whatever the fuck they want, and not as potential, like, life partners and this, that, and the third. Father, you talk a lot about sexual discipline, right?
Been
And I
doing it
feel
10
like that,
years.
you know, I have, I have the love of my life and my two kids and whatnot, so where I'm at in life at the moment, I'm set. But for those who are still trying to get there and are still, you know, trying to sort things out, when it comes to life, when it comes to women, when it comes to dating, whatever, you know, stop letting these broads lure you in and seduce you into bullshit. Stop, stop sipping. Stop sipping. That's the most blunt way I can put it. Stop sipping. Because a lot of these chicks who ain't got nothing to offer but their looks, their feminine wiles, as some call it, you know, they prey on simps. They prey on simps. That is exactly what's going on. They're preying upon the simps, and they're getting off so easy when it comes to these simps that now they're looking at all of us in that fucking manner, and it needs to fucking stop. Stop simping. And that's all. And that's it for my final thought.
All right, D Wolf is on you.
Um, I actually have. I'm posing a question. I'm trying to weigh out. It's basically a survey. I'm trying to weigh out the yays and the nays. So the question is, would you ever call a chess master or a chess champion stupid, or even underestimate that person? Yes or no?
No.
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 Okay. All right, the nays have it. All right. And that's about it.
Chess is a complicated ass game.
Oh, that's it, D Wolf?
Yep, that's it.
All right, Crystal is on you.
All right. So today I came across, I have 4 beautiful children, and before they went into school, they were asked, well, it's a website you go on and you fill out the paperwork before they go back to school. And I opted out of my kids wearing masks because to me, it's so many reasons why I don't want them to wear it. But anyways, I did sign the paperwork. Now, the state that I live in, we have the Santas who stated that, we have a choice to either wear the mask or not. But I find it very interesting that today all my kids came home with a mask on their face after I filled out the proper documentation on stating I don't want my kids wear masks. I'm doing everything in my power to build their immune system because that's where the heart of the problem is. All this bad food that we're feeding our kids and whatnot. Before I start injecting them with shit that's not even FDA approved, let me be. That's my fucking choice. So today I was a little upset because all 4 kids came to me giving different stories on how they went about going against the DeSantis rule of giving the parents a choice if they should have their kids wear a mask or not. So one teacher told my child, well, it doesn't matter what your parents say. You're wearing the mask. Now, anybody in their right mind knows that you don't talk to children like that. Okay? You ask, did your mom or dad sign the paperwork? And you go from there and you reach out to that parent and ask them if you want their the child wearing a mask, and if not, if it's so out there, to come and pick up your child or whatever. But it's funny how when the rules and regulations are mandated, everybody's on board. But when now the rules are to give parents a choice, to give people a choice. Now you want to go against the law to benefit your fuckery, your fear mongering. And I'm not for it. People have a right to fucking choose. Okay? My kids have not been sick with the cove or whatever. They haven't been sick with the other one. Okay? Leave my fucking kids alone. Okay? All this mask shit, I'm not for it. If you want to do it, fine. But let me just reiterate, the virus is not going to say, hey, I'm going to stop here at the mask. I'm not going to go any further. Okay? It's not that type of virus. It goes wherever it fucking feel like within a 24-hour time frame, especially when you're touching dirty things and touching your mask. And children, love them to death. They're very dirty. They're not hygienic. Okay? So to wear a mask is a waste of fucking time. It really pissed me off today. They took a simple right that I have for my kids away from me today. And as little as some people might think it is because they're on board, they want to follow sheep, I don't fucking like it. So I cannot wait till next week to see what they really do because y'all might see me on the motherfucking news. And that's all I got to say.
Damn.
Record it, and put it on TikTok. Record the interaction.
Mm-hmm.
When you go there and put that shit on TikTok.
Man, I'm just to the point of I'm sick of this shit. It's the summer. It's too hot to be wearing these fucking masks to begin with. And plus, how am I supposed to show up this handsome mug of mine if I gotta wear a mask every fucking where I go?
Smile is a proof of God. Every relationship starts with a smile, and they took it away, and now they're taking away from kids.
No, it's just a disrespectful way that the teachers came at my fucking kids.
Mm-hmm.
Your parent doesn't have...
Oh no, that was wrong in general. You have every right to be mad. That was wrong as fuck.
And
I know you're mad. You better record it.
Yeah, my daughter came home scared, like, but Mom, I'm telling her, no, you say no and have the teacher call. Oh, no. She said that you can't tell me not to wear a mask. Really? My daughter is 7. Why should she be more scared of the teacher than me? Not that she should be scared of me, but let's think about that shit for a minute. I'm the one, not that damn teacher. I'm sorry.
Looks like we will have to bring that New York accent to the teacher.
That shit works, yo. I've done it. That shit works.
Man, listen.
Yo, come through with the butters, and I'm telling you, they gonna. Who is this person? Father is on you.
I guess for my final thoughts, I'm just gonna say, please, for the love of God, for all that is holy, please learn to listen. I swear to God, a lot of problems will be solved if people just shut up and just absorb what is being said. It's not about the narrative, it's about the information. I don't give a fuck about how anybody feels about anything. Feelings are personal. I just want the motherfucking information. I'll listen to a fucking David Duke. I'll listen to a motherfucking, Freemason. I don't care who it is. I just want the information. I just want the tangible to what is being said so that I can use that to further my own agendas and do my own thing the best way I can. But it just seems like everybody has something to say, and most people that say shit aren't educated on what they say, so they end up babbling. And then I have to spend a better part of my time doing the actual research because motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they be talking about. It's so oh God.
Father, I want to piggyback off you real quick. Because there's a huge difference between hearing someone and listening. There's a huge difference. You can hear a motherfucker, but are you soaking in what the fuck they're saying? Because all hearing is a sense. All hearing is you're acknowledging a sound. That's it. But are you soaking in whatever the fuck that information that sound is portraying? Are you soaking in whatever, a person who is speaking is trying to motherfucking say to you?
Are you comprehending?
Right.
Sometimes it just feels like I'm dealing with defense. Because we are used to people overcomplicating shit because that's what they've been taught to do. Is they've been taught to take one thing and try to find 10,000 different conclusions when that has nothing to do with the original thing being said in the first place. That's the shit we're used to. That's why it's hard to have conversations nowadays. Like even today, when I was on Twitter and I had fucking conversations with someone that clearly doesn't know what the fuck she was talking about, I had to spend the better part of my day explaining to her the way that you are speaking about this particular.
I've been abroad there for the past few days. Oh shit, nigga! I'm convinced that the vast majority of people, they're not trying to have discussions and conversations about certain shit. They want co-signers. Yeah. They just want someone to agree to their bullshit. Even if they don't even care whether or not they're wrong. They just want someone to co-sign their shit. That's all the fuck they want.
All I'm saying is listening comprehension, invest in it. That's all I'm saying. Woo. And also, before I end, I just want to say one more thing. It is so sad how many black people don't actually know what the fuck racism is. That is sad.
Oh shit.
It's those people that think they can put shit behind before being black. It's them Negroes. I see y'all.
Oh,
And usually the conversations be easy work because they don't really be understanding the type of shit they regurgitate in the first place. Sitting there talking about individualizing black men and black women as if we both didn't go through shit collectively. Then you want to sit in my face talking about intersectionality. And then look where you at, still at the bottom. Stupid ass.
ain't got a fucking.
Anyway, that's my final thought.
Oh shit.
Okay, two things before I get into the story. One, Marvel What If just dropped What If T'Challa was a Star Lord. It was a great episode. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it was a great episode.
Oh nigga, I watched that before I went to work yesterday. Oh man,
Yeah, I know.
the amount of willpower it took for me not to cry.
Yeah,
That's all the fuck I'm gonna say. Because that's Chadwick Boseman's voice. That's literally the last thing he recorded before he died. That particular episode.
I know, and that was such a
So
great
the amount of
episode.
willpower it took for me not to fucking cry. Oh shit!
What series y'all talking about?
Marvel's
What If
Plus.
on Disney Plus. It's 2 episodes currently,
Mm.
and
You said
oh man, I'm getting emotional thinking about that shit. Again, I can't stress the amount of willpower it took for me not to cry. I can't stress that enough. Oh shit.
I know.
Chadwick, we miss you, dog. Oh shit.
Like I said, that was a great episode, and that episode really did make me laugh. That was a very good one, especially I pronounce his name wrong all the time, but I think I know Digimon Hansu. Did you?
The what? Oh, I know you're talking about.
I know you are not calling that nigga Digimon.
How do you pronounce his name? Because no one has ever.
But I know who he's
How do you
referring to.
pronounce? No. Real talk. Because I've said it wrong all the time. No one ever corrects me, and I know it's wrong. But
To
I
be
call that
fair,
man Digimon Hansu.
to be fair, I don't know how many people actually know how to say his name.
The D is silent.
But
that's how you say his name. The first D in his name is silent. Yes.
It's Jimon? Okay.
Yes. He's from Benin. They speak
that's
French. The D is silent.
Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that.
Because no one has ever corrected me, and I know I'm saying it wrong. But he was really funny in that episode as well. So props to both of them. Second of all, if I ever get into an altercation where I look like I'm about to fight, you about to calm me down, please do not hold me like that boy did Soldier Boy.
Wait, what?
No.
You ever seen it?
I saw it.
I don't know if I want to.
I will show you the picture. Out of context, it looks very sus. But if you knew what he was talking about, if you knew what happened, you would understand. But whoever took that, because they screenshotted that one part and then continued the video, so they knew what they was doing.
That video. Man. Oh, I need to see this. No, never mind. I actually need to see this.
Please do not hold me like that brother did Soldier Boy. Like he held Soldier Boy and then whispered in his ear. It looked like something off of the Titanic when Leonardo DiCaprio had that girl at the
Shut up. Oh my god, shut up.
At the mast.
Yeah, at the mast, talking about I'm king of the
world.
world. I was like, yeah,
what you're talking about, just show us that and leave it at that.
Jeez. And he looked shook too.
He did look shook. I'm pretty sure that dude was a real nigga and all that other stuff. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
Whoever screenshotted that, because it, really was trying to get some jokes out of that.
No. I gotta see this.
It looks really bad. It does.
I need to see this. Oh shit.
Picture is that they're a couple. Like that never fucking see. Like the first
That shit look like couples games. It's just
Okay, move on. Let's move on. And just if you can find whatever screenshots, photos, whatever the fuck, just stick with the group chat, man.
yeah, I'll find something and I will send it to you. Okay.
Oh my
Okay, now
god.
and since Dion, since you want to know the story so badly, and I've never told this story on the podcast before, so here here it go. And we're gonna end this on it.
Story
I was
time.
in I was in Greece and Suda Bay, Greece. Well, if anybody has ever been to Suda Bay, Greece, it's nice. I would recommend anyone to go. So me and a person that's been on this podcast before named Tony. It was me, him, a friend named Clark, and another brother named Spivey Carter. All black dudes. So we was like, hey yo, let's go walk around the town. So we go walk around the town. We find this dude, and he looked like everything sketchy, right? So he walk up to me. He goes, "Hey, my friend, you like pussy?" I go, "Yeah."
You should have known some fuck shit was gonna occur the moment he asked you, you like pussy.
Yeah. So this what he go. He said, "Yo, I run this strip club that it's a lot of girls and there's pussy everywhere and all that stuff. You know how you talk about like pussy everywhere." And it's like, and since we was like, fuck it, let's go. So I grabbed my friends that was in the bar already, and the bartender looked at me and said, "Yo, you just gonna take my customers?" And I told the bartender, "I'll bring them back. I promise." So it was like, swear to God, it was like a 20-30 minute walk. We finally, like, the guy finally takes us there. And then next thing you know, I was in front. So next thing you know, you see a woman's leg just come out of nowhere. The girl grabs me, takes me up to this one room, and just starts giving me a lap dance out of nowhere. And I look at it and say, hold on, is this free? Because I don't know, because I ain't got no money on me right now. But she just started giving me a lap dance. So my friend had to pay her the lap dance, and then we had to go to an ATM. So we come back into the strip club, and there's this beautiful black chick in there, and she was like, if you want to go to the back room, to have sex and all that other stuff, and like us, if anybody been in there, been on a boat, you got a bunch of pent up aggression. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. So
Oh my god. Oh
so
my
they
god.
took us. So they took us back. So the girl took me back to the dressing room. I had a condom. So just so you know, I had a condom. So we started having sex, and like I just was not coming at all. I was there for a minute. I was there for so long that he had two women beside him, and then like he seen me, he go, "Yo, what up, Ray?" And I was like, "Yo, what up?" My man, he finishes. I'm still I'm still like having sex. It got to a point where it was just hurting her while she was arguing. Yeah, it got to a point where it was hurting her, and she was arguing with her other two friends and all that other stuff while we were still having sex. So it got real awkward. So I got I got
Wow.
This is insane.
Wow.
yeah. So I end up getting bored, so I faked the orgasm. So and I told her I came. I told her I came, and she thought I came inside her, but she didn't know I was faking it. So it was just like I had to convince her that I did come and all that other stuff. So
Wow. For fucking
she looked.
bull.
The thing is, she looked at me. She was like, "You're funny," and I was like, "Okay." So I gave her the money. I gave her a hug, and then I patted her on the head, and I said, "Good job." And I
No.
and I walked out the club.
Wait a minute. Nigga.
Full
What?
circle. Talk about full circle.
Oh shit!
It's the fact that he patted her on the head.
Yo, that's
But then the
insane.
shit wasn't even good, so you lied to the. Oh,
Damn.
So that
Oh
was
my
like,
god!
I felt bad for the girl because the girl was really pretty, but I faked it. But it was just like, all right, I was done, but I
Good job.
wasn't
he
done.
had no
But I was
business there. That's what that was. Oh my god! You had no business there. You shouldn't have even bothered to.
Oh no, he had
Oh,
business there. Then I wouldn't have heard
I
this
had I
glorious
had
story.
business. I had business there. I did my business. It's just I didn't finish it. But
Even if I
if
hit
you
you
didn't
once, you're part
finish
of my
them,
collection.
if you didn't actually, what was the point? You essentially wasted your fucking money, nigga.
Leave him alone.
I mean, it's a strip club, and I tell anybody if you go to a strip club, you're bound to waste money. Either you get some or not. So it's just like
Oh shit!
we go back to the bar that I got to do, and the bartender look at me, and it was like an hour later, and she looking at me was like, "I thought you said you was gonna bring them right back," and I was like, "They here, right?" It's like I fulfilled my promise, and then that was it. That was it right there, and I have never seen that girl again. So,
Oh my god. That you patted her on the head. Done.
yeah. So, more of the story is always try to finish the task.
Oh my.
And
That's
also visit,
oh.
which was I brought him, I took him out the bartender, and I brought him back. So I did technically finish one task. So,
Oh my god.
and second of all, if y'all ever want to go visit Suda Bay, Greece, go visit Suda Bay, Greece. It's a beautiful place, and the food is nice. But there are kids that will try to peddle you for your money, so watch out for that. So, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied, Dion?
I bet.
Dion, you satisfied? Well, anyway, that's it. That's it for this
Hope he didn't
podcast. I would
fall
like to thank
asleep.
the panel. I hope he didn't fall asleep. He was just laughing, but I would like to thank the panel for jumping on this podcast again. I would like to thank y'all for listening to hear us talk our shit again. This is You Know What? Let me just say podcast, and we signing out. Peace.
Cheers.